Innovation in shipping. I hear time and again of companies who go down the way of innovation because they feel they need to remain competitive, and this is perfectly fine. What I also see is that many companies go down the way of innovation without having a clear idea of how they should manage innovation, how they should manage the innovation that they sort of acquire. And I would say there are three ways a company can manage innovation, can decide to become innovative. One is just to buy innovation off the shelf. Buy some innovation that is already on the market, that does what you need, of course, and you just buy it and deploy it. That's super simple, and it puts you in a better position. But of course, your competitive advantage is not particularly high because the innovation is on the market. Anyone else can buy it and be at the same level as yours. So low risk, but also relatively low reward. The second way to work with innovation is to work with startups who are fine-tuning their innovation. They're almost ready to hit the market, almost ready to have a product that will be sold on the market. And you have the opportunity to work with them one step earlier, to help them fine-tune the product, but also to be the first in line when the product will be available. And actually, it is already available for you. So this is an advantage. The disadvantage, of course, is one, that there is a slightly higher risk of failing because the startup could fail, the product could fail, and a higher requirement from your company, of your company, to be able to manage and engage with the startup in a way that is really helping them to improve their product. And the third one is, well, working with early stage startups with a product that is still in its early stages, and you help them to co-create it, to co-create the innovation. Here, the advantage, the upside is enormous because you are really developing something new, and of course, you'll be the first in line to use it. But on the other side, the risk of failing is even higher than before, and you need a very clear structure to manage the interaction with the startup. You have to be very clear how you interact with the startup so that you can really co-create the innovation with them. This means you have to change your organization, the way your organization works. If you're not ready to do this, don't go down this way. Don't work with early stage startups. Actually, if you're not ready to change your organization and open it up to different ways of working, don't even go down number 2, working with startups with the product is already almost ready. If you are not open to change, it's very difficult to innovate. Okay, and then I said 3+1. Well, the +1 is for someone who wouldn't even listen to this, watch this video, which is companies who develop their innovation inside, in-house. They're okay, they know already what they're doing. I wouldn't suggest anyone who are not innovating, who are not thinking innovation, to go down that way to become innovative. That is really, really hard way because you have to be a company that creates innovation, which is completely different from a company who just uses innovation. So if you want to use innovation, 3 ways: buy innovation off the shelf, work with startups at a later stage of development to fine-tune their product, or work with startups at an early stage of development of their product to co-create it. Just a buyer, Number one, a buyer with some interaction with the startup. Number two, and an innovator inside a company that innovates and works with the startup to innovate is number three. Your choice.